Hello and welcome to part 7 of this muffin making Blender beginner series tutorial. So congrats if you have reached this step. This will be the last part for the muffin making before we move on to modeling the cup, coffee, plates and other stuffs. So in today's tutorial we'll be looking into the Displace Modifier, which we are going to use to create some roughness texture and bumps on the muffin surface to give it a more realistic look. So let's get started. So to get started with the Displace Modifier, you can select your muffin right here. Let me go to the solid view first. It's better to work from this side. So select the muffin and go to Modifiers and add modifier, and I'm looking for the Displace. Already you can see that the modifier is taking toll on the muffin. Alright, let's go to the texture, new. Now this time to the type, let's make it clouds. Okay, so I've kind of created this weird shape. Don't panic yet, we are not done yet. So let's go back to the modifier, and if you see here the strings, it's too big, so let's bring this down. Okay, let's go back to the texture, and the size also we need to bring this down so that we can have a detailed view. Okay, let's go to the modifier and see. So you can experiment with these values, but in my case I found that for the strings, if you use 0.02, this will give you a better result. Here you can see there are various bumps created, so that gives it a more realistic view. And for the texture, so I'll bring this value down to 0.03 value. Yeah. Let's go to the render view. Okay, so as you can see here, we are having a lot of spikes, sharp edges. This is an indication that we don't have enough mesh. If you go to the edit tab, it's quite a lot of mesh, but for this process we need to increase our mesh count. That's why we are having these spikes. So what we can do is let's go to the modifier and let's add a subdivision surface. Now it's taking quite time. So since the beginning of this tutorial episode, we have seen that our model is increasing in size because we are adding different modifiers and different shapes to it. So that increases the mesh count and the file size has increased. So that's why it's taking time to apply the subdivision surface. In fact, it might be better if we start with applying the subdivision surface initially and then move on to the displaced texture. Okay, now you can see how much it has improved. You can see now all the spikes are gone. Now the surface is smooth. Let's go to the render view and see what's going on. Yeah, so as you can see, we have those bumps that we are looking for. Yeah, I think this is more realistic than it was earlier. You can see we have various bumps. So maybe I'll bring the subdivision surface up here before the displace modifier. And here you can see now we have different. Okay, this value is 0.0, but it's displaying 0. So it's not absolute 0, but it's just the approximation view, I guess. So yeah, so this has a various texture. As you can see. So you can just vary these parameters and you may achieve various results. But for this one, I think this one looks okay. Okay, so I will apply the modifiers. I will apply first the subdivision surface. Okay, now it's applied. We can also export this, render this out. Yeah, so we have rendered out our image. So as you can see, we have managed to create some kind of bumps, different roughness on the surface, and this creates the illusion that that resembles the real surface of a muffin. So yeah, this way, so you can use a displace modifier to create such effects. So another thing, last time we have done texture painting. Maybe I noticed that this one is a little bit too white, so maybe we can add some kind of golden brown like this one color on this and reduce. I feel like this is too much, so maybe I'll select this and go to the texture paint. Here we can change the brush here. Okay, I don't want the last time those. I'll turn off this one. I'll start a new brush. Not too much, just so I'll change this value here. Let us see. Maybe I'll increase the strength a little bit. Okay, maybe that's too much. Okay. Just to decrease the white values on the middle and create some kind of golden color. Okay. Okay. So maybe I'll bring down the strings somewhere around here. Just little bit brushing, just enough to create some kind of golden color. I'm trying to have a variety of colors. Okay. Yeah. But if you want, you can, you don't have to do this step. You can just leave it as it is. If you prefer it, just for my preference, maybe just add these bits. Yeah, so that looks okay now. So I will leave it at this one. Let's go back to the layout mode. And I will render this out. Okay, looks like we are done with the muffin. Now, as you can see, the muffin is all done in all its glory. So we have created the particles, chocolate chips on top of the muffin. We have created some smaller bumps using the Displace Modifier. We have created creases on the muffin. We have modeled the cup. We used the sculpting. So we have done a lot of things in the past episodes. So I guess this is all done now in this part. So in the next episode, we will model a cup with a coffee inside, and we'll add it to the muffin. So the muffin part is all done for now. So I'll see you next time for the cup modeling. So thanks for watching for this episode. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.